My name is Stelios, and today on Challenges Approaching, we're counting down 107 facts about challenges approaching. Number 1. Top 5 Tuna was originally started as Top 5 Bass in gaming.
So let's do it.
What? Gordon, can't you see him in the middle?
Another list on sea creatures. This is getting fishy now.
Yeah, basically.
Is this some kind of prank?
Well, it's April Fool's. We needed something to base our list on this year.
Come on, Trail, that was just a hook, line, and stinker.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on!
Challenges approaching!
Hello guys, GiivaSunner, yeah. Welcome to my review of the Amiibo base, the greatest base in gaming. Hang on a second, let me put my music on. There we go. I need a drink. Fuck. So, you see this base, it's pretty nice. It's got a nice texture to it. Like, look at it, you give it a feel. This is easily the greatest base in gaming because it's nice. It's got a good aesthetic. The aesthetic looks pretty like that, like nice golden. You can't see because like my lights aren't on, but trust me, it's proper good. Like. Like, Wii Fit Trainer, she has a bit of base. Like, look at it. You can see it pretty well. Yeah, look, it's pretty good. Wii Fit Trainer is also pretty nice. Hey, she's pretty nice. I also like Pikachu's base. I got a phone call. Oh no, I didn't. I don't have any friends.
All of us are guilty of judging books by their covers, and that can be said for video games just as well. The game industry has to put a lot of stock into the cover art of a game, or it may just be ignored and tossed to the side. It's great covers of games that aren't familiar to us that cause us to then seek more info, such as reading the back or maybe even blindly buying it out of sheer curiosity. The same can be said for sports games fans. The athlete on the newest year's sports game can make all the decision for that genre's niche audience. But then, what makes a fishing game enticing? Sure, the genre's fan base is mostly limited to those who enjoy fishing and want to experience that in the off-season, or are unable to actually fish. Or, in some cases, someone's grandma who thought it was a nice catch. What makes fishing games stand out then? Well, it's gotta be the bass. Look here at Fisherman's Bass Club for the PlayStation 2. That's a nice bass. You can tell those fishermen are bassmen. Look at this cover for Bass Hunter 64. Wait, never mind. Look away. Nothing to see here. Some companies have even tried to intrigue audiences into their fishing genre, such as Sega, who it seems tried to convey interest in Sega bass fishing through Big the Cat's story in Sonic Adventure. Come on guys, this is fun, right? What's a much better ad than 2 is for shoes? Sega's bass fishing is probably one of the most recognizable video games bass that there is. There was even a remake, and it's usually included in Dreamcast collections. Sure, games like Sonic Adventure have had fishing elements for quite a long time, but fishing games, and more specifically, bass fishing games, date back a long time. Just look at the Black Bass for NES. Never mind. Or look at the Black Bass Lure Fishing for the Super Nintendo. You know what? This isn't helping either. But it goes to show bass fishing games have been around for quite some time, either on their own or as additions to already complete games. The constant is always that generic bass that you catch, the one that's on the cover of all the generic fishing games. He's one of gaming's most basic, yet persistent icons.
Hey, you like Pokemon? So what's the most based Pokemon? Feebas! It's a Pokemon and a bass! It's the best bass Pokemon! Better than Basculin or Bastiodon with an amazing base stat total of 200! Who wouldn't want this thing? this 5-cent value can be yours for only $19.99. But wait! If you'd rather catch it yourself, head over to Route 119 or Mount Coronet, where you can hunt for one of the few tiny random squares containing this beautiful bass, Feebas! What more do I need to say? Feebas! Special thanks to Michael Bay.
Sir Paul McCartney is one of the greatest bass players of all time. Yeah, there's nothing too fishy about this segment. The Hofner 500/1 bass is iconic to rock music and bass guitars in gaming, with its unique shape fit for wanting to hold your hand. There's no need for mating seasons, this guitar can be caught 8 days a week, with bass lines sturdier than a fishing rod. Granted, if you want the physical carnation with a Beatles rock band, it's a bit expensive. So you may be tempted to go for other bass guitars in gaming despite the physicality, but I don't care too much for Mona. Mona can't buy you all you need is love, but money can with the game's DLC in the Beatles rock band. A design like no other bass on the list, maple colour with a violin swoosh. The crowd gently weeps at its beauty. Complemented by the bass in McCartney's voice, coming together with the bass likely swimming on our journey in a yellow submarine to the octopus's garden near a cave. If that's not enough, then try turning up the TV's bass to 11. It's a bit loud, but I feel fine. Notice how I don't have one on my own. Owning a Hofner bass comes with its very own distinct, prestigious pressure. It's all too much, you may be wondering. Help! Especially with the fearsome yet bold German connotations of the Hofner name. You twist and shout and run for your life. You wander aimlessly, a real nowhere man with you and your Hofner bass, and you realise after a day in the life that this bass is no fish out of water. It was alive yesterday and today. This bass is like no other. It is immortal, the long and winding road of bass. Unless someone smashes it. Unlike... In a league of gaming's edgiest characters, there stands beyond basic tier of a lone warrior who lacks one thing the others have that makes him even edgier. Emotion.
Stand back or you'll get cut. Bass from Mega Man is extremely edgy.
He's in the top tier of edgy, along with Dante, Shadow, Dark Pit, Dark Link, and Dark Meta Knight.
Black and yellow paint job, rebellious yet anti-heroic, with his cold body of the most powerful energy form on Earth. Bass Neum. Ow. The Edge.
His weapon is even called the Bass Buster! And he has a dog that's pretty bass too. His name is Treble. Get it? Bass and treble clefs? He can even merge with him to cause lots of treble.
True. What other bass can attract dogs? But you know, I'm all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. God, I hate that song.
Really? This bass has games named after it. Themes with bass resonating. And yes, he is bass.
Wait, did someone say bass?
No, we said bass.
That's fishy.
Wait, bass? Bass? They can be spelled the same way! How are we supposed to tell the difference if they can't follow the basic rules of English?
Thank you for watching our April Fool's Countdown, everyone. In the top left, we have a throwback to Top 5 Tuna on Gaming, our last one, which this is like a sequel to, basically. Tune in next year when we have Top 5 Tulips in Gaming. Yeah, that's it now. But in the top right, we have Yosef von Uzenvard's new countdown. Yes, I reiterate, Yosef von Uzenvard has uploaded a new countdown. In the bottom left, we have Ty's Pokemon Blaze Black LP, which may or may not contain Feebas. And in the bottom right, we have Ricky's top 5 cutest enemies in gaming. You should check this out and also follow us on social media at Challenges Approaching on Twitter and in our many descriptions in the link below.
But you know, I'm all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. I'm all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. I'm all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. I'm all about that bass. About that bass. 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 Bass.